Okay, we need to have a conversation. Not you and me and the universe. Because Friday was supposed to be my redemption night. I said I was coming back. I said I had learned from Thursday. I said I was being more strategic. And then I went 1-2, which brings my official Kari Calls It record to 2-6-1. 2 wins, 6 losses, 1 tie. So at this point, I just have one question. Why, universe? Why? I spend all week telling people to trust the universe. And apparently the universe is using preseason football to humble me personally. Like, stay in your lane, Kari. Well, no, I refuse. Because today we have 7 games and I am choosing to believe this is the day the comeback begins. Or at least the day the embarrassment becomes slightly less severe. Welcome back to Kari Calls It, football picks with personality. Let's do this. Okay, first up, Carolina at Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo. Why? Because I trust Buffalo at home to play a cleaner game, avoid the dumb mistakes, and take advantage when Carolina gives them an opening. Preseason football can get messy very quickly, and I think Buffalo handles the mess better. So, Kari calls it the Bills. Buffalo, please. I'm asking nicely, okay? Next up is Cleveland at Chicago. I'm going with Cleveland here. I like the urgency in this matchup for the Browns. When you have players trying to win jobs and prove they belong, sometimes that desperation creates better football. And Cleveland feels like the team with a little more to prove. So I'm trusting the motivation. Kari calls it for the Browns. And before anybody says anything, yes, I realize trusting my instincts has not exactly gone well so far. We're moving on. Next up is Minnesota at New York. I'm taking the Vikings. This one is less complicated for me. I simply trust Minnesota to be a little more efficient offensively and put together more sustained drives. Nothing dramatic. Nothing mystical, no cosmic intervention, just please score more points than the Giants. Kari calls it for the Vikings. Next up is Rams at Kansas City. I'm taking the Chiefs. And this one is mostly about coaching and consistency. Kansas City is one of those organizations where I trust the system. Even when different guys are on the field, they usually know what they're supposed to be doing. And in preseason, that does matter. So, Kari calls it for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is one of those picks I feel better about, which based on my record, should make Kansas City fans feel deeply uncomfortable. Okay. Now we get to the part of the show where logic leaves the building. Jacksonville at my New Orleans Saints. Now technically, I could give you reasons. Home field, energy, players fighting for roles, the crowd, momentum, all of that. But really, I'm picking the Saints because they are the Saints and they are my team. That's it. That's the analysis. And if you want unbiased football coverage, you have come to the wrong dang place. So Kari calls it for her New Orleans Saints. And I don't care what the numbers say. I don't care what the experts say. I don't care what the universe says. Who dat? And honestly, universe, if you are listening, you owe me this one. All right. Next up is the Eagles at the Ravens. I'm going with the Eagles. I like Philadelphia to move the ball a little better in this matchup. And I think they can create enough pressure on Baltimore to force a mistake. And sometimes one mistake is all it takes in preseason. So I'm going with Philadelphia. Kari calls it for the Eagles. Yes, I know they're on the road. Yes, I know this could go badly. At this point, fear has left my body. All right, and finally, Dallas at Seattle. I'm taking Seattle. This one comes down to home field and defense for me. I think Seattle has a better chance of creating pressure, forcing a turnover, and swinging the game that way. So, Kari calls it for the Seahawks. Dallas fans, before you get mad at me, please look at my record. Statistically, I may have just helped you. All right? Okay, so here are the official Saturday picks. Bills over Panthers, Browns over Bears, Vikings over Giants, Chiefs over Rams, Saints over the Jaguars, Eagles over the Ravens, and Seahawks over the Cowboys. Current record, 2-6-1. 7 games today. 7 opponents for a comeback. Or 7 opportunities for the universe to continue building my character. At this point, I am not asking for 7-0. I'm asking for respectable. Give me 5-2. Give me 4-3. Give me something I can work with. And if somehow goes 7-0 today, you will never, ever hear the end of it. So drop your picks in the comments below. Do you think this is finally my comeback today? Or should I just start taking the universe or asking the universe for permission before I make football predictions? See you next time on Kari Calls It.